The movie begins with Ren and Jared sitting on the sand at the beach, and Ren asks if Jared will want to go swimming again. Ren then persuades him, and they both set out into the waters. The following day in her apartment, Ren sits on the floor with some drugs in her front and goes for an interview. During the interview, the interviewer talks about some records, and Ren replies it is her brother. The woman offers her condolences, but Ren tells her he survived, and a flashback shows Ren trying to perform CPR on him in the water. They talk about the biological software Ren wants to produce and how it differs from the others. Not sure about the software, Ren explains to them the software is about creating an experience and how they are chemically related to the brain. After the interview, Ren goes to the room where Jared is lying and administers the substance to him without anybody's supervision, and after checking his progress, she leaves. On her way to work on the train, she receives a call from her father but drops it. Not long after, she gets to work, and her colleague tells her she is needed. In the room she is used for the experiment, she keeps having a flashback of memories, which shows that her brain is being given a script of memories to follow a fragment of her subconsciousness. Byron runs more tests on her, and she can get out of it with the testing numbers looking bad. She tells him she will fix it. Ren leaves the place and heads over to a room with investors listening to Sam, the other co-founder, trying to get them to invest in the software, telling them about the experience they get to have in their other life. He introduces Ren Amari as the co-founder to them to explain things better. After the presentation, Sam bids the people buy, and Ren tells him they need more testers, but he declines. Ren tries to make him see why they should, but she tells him they will see him at the office later. On her way out, she sees her boyfriend, but she tells him she has to work and forgets about their plans. On the other hand, she answers the question from the interviewers. They show concerns about how the users can be trapped in their fantasy and disassociate from reality is not confined to them. She tells her it feels isolating. That day, in the office with Brian, she finds the issue and fixes it, and she tells him they need to test it out. Danny enters the room where she and Byron is and gives her the report Sam told him to finish on the long-term issue. Ren is not pleased about the thing and asks if Brian knows. She tells him not to go behind her back and go to Sam, but he replies that she should talk to him about that as he only works in the office. Byron parks his back to leave. Danny asks if she wants to grab a beer and bitch about the boss, but she answers him they are partners. Ren tries to talk to him, but he leaves immediately. Later that night, Ren runs some more tests and jots down on her system. After this, she goes to Jared's hospital and administers the updated sample to him. In the process, his attendant comes in, and she quickly removes the test equipment from his head and tells him his eyes twitch. The man tells her he sometimes gets tricked too, and leaves the room. At home, she receives a call from Danny telling her she is missing out on the fun. She smiles. After the call, she sees a message from her father. The next morning she attends her father's class and waits for him to finish. After making her presence known, she told him she was making a process on the software and saw his brother's eyes twitch. He asks about the glitch in the software, and she tells him it is just the codes. Her father disagrees with her and tells her it doesn't make sense. She tells him not to take Jared off life support without her permission, but he tells her he can and wants her support. With both not on the same page, her father leaves. At work, Ren finds out she cannot access her system. A coworker tells her Sam is giving the instructions with her permission, but it seems she doesn't know. Ren tells her to keep her archive off the computer, but she tells her it will require a lot of off-coding. Ren goes to Sam's and Brian's side and asks what they are doing. Sam confronts her about the amount of nanite she is using and asks if it is costing them, but she tells him no. Sam tells her just her time and energy with a strain on their infrastructure. He also asks about the stimulation, but she tells him off. Sam fumes and tells her they are supposed to be partners. He challenges her about trying to prove a new idea when they launch in 5 days. Sam informs her about Mr. Furlong McLean, a government worker who can get them funding for their project, and it is a government contract. Ren does not support testing them on prisoners and tells him they are trying to broaden minds, not put them in a box. Sam accuses her of having a secret process and says he can't innovate. He then shouts at her and tells her to work on the actual project they are here to create. Ren storms out of the office. She meets Danny, and he asks her if she wants to talk about it. They go to Ren's apartment, and they make out. Then she administers the software on him, and he experiences the snow trill. He wakes up back and asks if he can go again. Excited, Danny tries another simulation unsupervised, which made him having a seizure. Ren sees this and calls an ambulance immediately. Later, Ren gets taken into a room with Sam, and a representative asks her what happened. The woman asks if she thoroughly tested the drug before administering a dose. She tells her it is not a drug but a biological software, and asks Sam to find some other counsel that understands what they do. In the room, Sam asks the woman to give them some minutes. He asks her what happened, and she asks if Danny is okay and tells him she doesn't know what happened, maybe something she missed. Sam tells her she has put their work in jeopardy. He shows her the test and asks her what it is. And she tells him it is not in the adventure brief, and she doesn't see any reason to tell him about it. He tells her they are finished and hope whatever it is she is working on is worth something. In the waiting room, her attorney introduces her to the Attorney General, Mrs. Willison, and Mr. McLean of the Department of Correction. The woman tells her they have enough on her to go to trial, and she is looking at years, but gives her an offer of deferred prosecution, and if she agrees to comply with it, the state will drop their charges. She reads it and sees she has to be a test subject in the virtual confinement program for a year. Surprised, she asks him what he has done, and he tells her it is the best he can do to save his lead programmer. He explains the advantage of her acceptance and how she can save OtherLife. She asks how long she has been planning this behind her back, and he tells her it will just be a minute of her life. He informs her about the untested sample killing Danny, and he tells her to consider the alternative. With no alternative, Ren agrees. She gets taken to the room, and the engineer, Brian, explains the circumstances and how everything will be. She is then stuck within a simulation that includes simply a single room and necessities of life, including bottled water and canned tuna. In confinement, she thinks about the day with Danny and hits her head on the wall. She also thinks about her memories with her brother before the accident and vows not to give up on saving him. She writes down her thoughts daily and everything she thinks can work. After a full year, Ren breaks down when the confinement counter resets to 001 without her release. However, in her rage, she dislodges a wall section and escapes. As she emerges, she realizes she has been trapped in a real-world cell. She runs and goes to check on her brother. After leaving the hospital, she sees Sam in a poster and gets angry. She then goes to the police office and told them about her situation. They check their system and tell her according to immigration, she left for Italy for a year, and she tells them she has been locked up in the middle of nowhere. She tells them about OtherLife and how she is the owner. They told her there are no charges against her and not a deferred prosecution. She pleases them to at least check the place. On getting there is no evidence of what she claims happened. They leave her. Afterward, she goes to her apartment, and the security informs her of somebody else staying there, and he can allow her in. She asks about her work and research, and the man tells her he knows nothing. Not long after, Sam comes over to the place and tells her he knows she is confused, but they can figure it out, and she is safe. Unconvinced, she runs away with Sam chasing her, but she escapes and contacts a sympathetic co-worker who reveals that Danny survived. Later that day, Ren reunites with Danny and finds that OtherLife has become a significant success and is being used for many applications, including long-term confinement stretching for centuries. Danny tells her to walk away and give it time since they don't know what Sam is capable of doing. He offers to follow her and be available whenever she is ready. She tells them she needs to see the code and talks to them about her father, who is a genius, refuses to save her brother, and keeps turning offers down. At night, Danny and Ren go to the office, and he uses his ID card to get in. They meet Byron in the room and manage to hold him from escaping, and she manages to find her drive. In the process, they get alerted and run from getting caught. Before leaving, Ren punches Brian in the face. They escape, and Danny takes her to her father's house and works there. The following day, they both stand outside, and Ren apologizes to Danny for everything that has happened. After which, they have a made out and sleep. Ren wakes up and goes downstairs and sees her father is back. Ren introduces Danny to her father, Dr. Robert Amari. Soon after, Roberts informs her about Sam reaching out to him, and he knows something is wrong. He asks her what she stole, and she tells him it is her work, and he stole it first. Ren figures out that her father filled out the missing person report, and in the process, they hug each other. After catching up in the printer's room, she explains to Danny about the software he took and how it is for Jared. She tells them what she created is the other version of OtherLife, and it lets you rewrite your memories. Ren tells them it is a drug that is dangerous, and that is what Sam and his team is refining. Determined to stop Sam and salvage her work to help Jared, Ren develops a new, more advanced prototype of OtherLife. She then goes to Jared's hospital. After she tests it on Jared, he responds positively but makes it obvious he desires death. Ren obliges him by unplugging the life support, and she cries. Ren sees Sam walking into the hospital, and she tells him Sam chose to hit his head on a rock and drown in 20 centimeters of water. Sam tells her he sees a brain-dead patient making an active choice. Surprised, she starts to experience a glitch and realizes she is still in the experience. Afterward, she suddenly awakens, and her escape is part of an OtherLife glitch in her year-long imprisonment, with all her post-imprisonment experiences part of an interactive OtherLife experience. After she wakes up, she punches Sam and destroys the system. After getting herself back, she goes to meet him and apologizes for hitting him. Sam tells her he shouldn't have pushed the virtual confinement, and Ren tells him she will withdraw. Tells him she is going to wrap things up and take the patent with her while Sam takes the company. Angrily, Sam asks what it is the use. She tells him Jared died, so there is no use. In the process, Sam asks her what happened to her. After leaving the company, she packs up her stuff while receiving a call about the updates on her brother. She walks into the town and sees her former colleague, and they hug each other. Ren returns to the office later on, and with some people packing up, Sam calls her into the room. While reviewing the data from her experience with Sam and Byron, Sam excitedly points out part of a brain scan that correlates with her interactive experience. When Ren refuses to cooperate, Sam abruptly forces her into second year-long imprisonment, hoping she will again trigger the glitch and allow them to learn how to develop interactive experiences. Byron reluctantly goes along with it when Sam says it is the only way to force Ren's assistance. Ren then escapes again from the OtherLife experience, more quickly this time, by remaining calm and allowing the simulation to go faster and loop infinitely. She regains consciousness. Not expecting her to be awake, she fights with Sam and traps him in his own year-long OtherLife imprisonment program. With Brian seeing everything, he helps her, putting him in the chair. During the process, the program experiences a bug, putting Sam's life at risk, and Brian tells her to bring him back. Still, Ren refuses to allow Sam to escape until he has served a full 365 days, plus waiting for the clock to tick over a few more days, so he understands her agony when the countdown resets to 0. Brian tells the other coworker to call for an ambulance. Ren then injects him, and once he recovers, she stares at him and leaves the company to meet with her father, and they hug each other. She also recognizes Jared's situation, and Ren agrees with her father's decision to terminate Jared's life support, after which they both go to the hospital. In the room, she packs up her brother's stuff, her father cries, and she consoles him. After leaving the hospital, she goes to the beach and stares far away. The movie ends. Thanks for watching the recap. Kindly subscribe to my channel to get notified when we post the next recap. See you next time.